Oh no! Before I got here, I swear to God, I thought I saw a UFO and a ghost. I'm like,
Alex is going crazy.
no, because I was hopping into my truck, right, and then I look up. I'm like, oh, that star is moving. Mm-hmm. But then I thought to myself, what flight is coming in? Because usually they go the opposite direction. You never see them go this way, and the way it was going, I'm like, sorry if I'm being American here, but I think that's a UFO. And then I was driving through my neighborhood, and I swear there was this puff of smoke that just looked really weird, and I'm like, ghost? And then I just drove here, and then like halfway through, I'm like, was that death?
Was that death?
Am I about to die?
Could be. Also, going off of that, can we just real quick talk about how incredibly right I was and how I nailed the hammer on the head by saying as soon as Epstein information was going to start coming out that some alien thing was going to pop up on the news and people were going to start talking about that.
What happened?
You didn't hear about the thing in Miami where they said like the aliens attacked the mall?
That was before the Epstein thing.
No,
it was right around the same time.
But like the information about it came out like dead in the center of everybody talking about the Epstein stuff. Was like, isn't that just a convenient coincidence?
It wasn't aliens. There's a whole bunch of teenagers just fucking having a firework fight. And it was like, I
don't know what happened with that, but let me tell you how I called it so hard though that somehow it was gonna be something with aliens was gonna happen at the exact time.
The list has yet to come out yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting.
As of recording this episode, it's supposed to come out the 22nd, so there's a good chance.
Wait, there's an actual like a release date to this?
Yeah, it's supposed to come out the 22nd, which is a day that we normally upload a podcast. So if it does, I don't know if we should still upload that day or if I should just go straight, or we could still upload and then live stream
whatever
list as soon as possible.
It's your channel, whatever you want to do. I'll be here for it though.
You're right. I have no posterity. I'll just do whatever I want, regardless of how that episode does.
Whatever. Gets like a bajillion views.
Oh my gosh! Government watch list. Here we come.
Anyway, I'm probably assuming this is all gonna get cut out.
I'll keep it in probably, maybe. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the podcast, Totally Oblivious, of which we are recording on currently. I am your host, Caleb, the guy who does not know what the heck to do with his hair anymore, Perez.
It looks a bit redder than usual.
My hair is just brown.
Is it?
It is brown. I've been saying this for years. My hair is naturally brown. It's just such a thick clump of hair that it looks darker.
Or something? Like it just looks, it has this hue.
I actually have been putting less product in my hair.
Yeah.
So I've been using coconut oil a lot more. So yeah. My hair's becoming its natural color. Crazy.
I think I've been probably wanting to use more of that fucking the Sasquatch shit. I forgot their fucking. It was really good. I thought it just goes out extremely fast.
Too fast, but I think that's a sign that it's real soap. It's natural stuff.
Yeah, but it fucking worked. I was like, this is some pretty good. They just need to send over 12 by 12 inches of just fucking soap cubes so I can cut it myself.
Just cut your own soap.
Yeah, it would last longer, right? You would think so?
I mean...
Or because you have more of an abundance of it, you'd go buy it with it faster because you're like, fuck it.
Probably, right? Yeah. I mean, one could just buy a 12 by 12 cube of the soap boxes and then just use the individual boxes, and that'd probably be about the same. Plus, you'd probably be using less because there'd be less getting wasted by you cutting the soap.
I think that would be true. I hope that would be true.
Just go to wherever you can buy like shipment containers of it and buy a shipment container of Dr. Is it Dr. Squatch? Or
there it is, Dr. Squatch, yeah.
Squatch.
Do you think... hold on. I don't know how soap is made. Do you heat it up eventually at one point in the process? Could you like make an amalgamation of a whole bunch of Dr. Squatch soaps?
Yes, you can.
and then just like, this is my abomination. I'll be the smelliest
And
person
then
alive.
you know what, Dr. Squatch, if you want to take that idea, take it from us.
Yeah.
The amalgamation
The amalgamation squatch.
The amalgamation, it's just a mass
Amalg
of
squatch.
all the different cryptids together. That's the mascot for that one.
I think it would just smell minty, if anything.
Probably, or piney.
Piney minty. I won't lie, bro. That shit smelled good. I thought I was smelling delectable.
Since we're talking about soap right now, I gotta say, natural soap
It fucks.
has such a good scent to it.
It fucks.
Like, it smells so nice, and you smell so nice after using them.
I won't lie. I genuinely, I think personally, I smell better because I can smell myself with the soap on. Product soap, or I guess it's technically all manufactured, but like, you know what I mean? The chemical based soaps, just I can't smell myself, and that just sounds so disappointing because then I have this like mental faculty of like, damn, am I still stinky?
It might stink.
But with the Dr. Squatch shit, not sponsored by the way. It's just
sponsored.
by the way.
I'd love a sponsorship.
Yeah, but it's just like, wow, man, this smells so fucking good.
Yeah, it really does.
So,
what's your favorite scent?
that we got a dad cameo.
Yeah, he grabbing his
screen.
beer.
Who's like, oh hi, how you doing?
Because I think I like the pine one the most. I think
The
But
Darth Vader one, the limited.
Oh, you know what? I never. There was Jurassic Park ones. I should have got them.
You can get the
I want to smell like Velociraptor.
That's so fucking weird.
Oh man, can you smell the Indominus Rex? On
That just sounds like a somebody like fucking smell the Indominus. That just sounds like a verbal assault of words.
Sigma male sense. Oh yeah, I sure smell like Endoraptor, don't I?
Endoraptor's crazy. I've never heard of that one before.
That's the one from the worst Jurassic Park movie.
Number 2?
Of the worlds. Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not part of the Jurassic World fandom. I don't know what you guys do with it. Do you have your prequels?
No,
and then your sequels?
I just call them Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3, and Jurassic World 1, 2, and 3.
Jesus.
Or you could call it Jurassic Park 4, 5, and 6.
Fair.
Whichever tickles your fancy, because either way is correct.
You know, that leads me into a different discussion. What the fuck does tickling your fancy mean? What is my fancy that needs to be tickled?
It might be a fetish.
Is it? Because that just sounds wrong. Like, people use that, and I sometimes
Hey
use
there,
that.
big boy. You want me to tickle your fancy?
No.
No, leave me alone. Please.
Yes, this is weird.
We're in a Kmart. Leave me alone.
Hey, yo. Okay, real question, though, because we said it on text. Enough of the 8 minutes
of
filler.
goofiness.
MatPat is retired.
MatPat is retired. I can't remember
I saw
what
it
I was
coming.
on. I think I just got home from lunch, and I was like, yeah, let's see what's going on. And I saw on YouTube, I saw the thumbnail and the video, and I was like, oh, what's he talking about? And then I was like, yeah, it's got to be clickbait. The very first 3 seconds, this isn't clickbait.
I'm retiring.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Oh, Matthew Patrick.
That I didn't expect that to happen. Like, I always thought, like, at some point all those
He'd make
YouTubers would
a
start.
billion FNAF videos.
After the billionth FNAF video, his heart would collapse, and that would be the end of game theory. But no, I didn't think it'd occur so soon. I really didn't. But I mean, I guess 13 years is quite a long time.
That is a small child.
Yeah, that's Cassius.
How old is really Cassius is 13?
Canonically, he is 11 still, but within the zeitgeist of society, he is 13.
God, I'm old. Fuck. I'm 21, dog.
Yeah, 22 this year.
Yeah. Oh, don't fucking remind me.
Tutu.
God damn it.
But yeah, I was shocked.
Best game theory video has to be the best boobsy game.
I still have not watched that one.
It's unlisted now, but I think there's videos on it. It's the fucking classic.
Did he really unlist it?
his boobs. He was family friendly. He had to enlisted at one point, but it's still funny. Classic YouTube.
But I don't know. I like the Peach is Dead one. I don't know.
That
I always
one
look
was
back on
interesting.
that one.
We should make a game. If the Epstein list doesn't come out, we should make a game, a tier list on the game theory episodes.
Game theory episodes. We can do that. We should do that the week that he's supposed to finish. Because I will be watching every game theory episode. Not every single one, but every one that he uploads from this point until his final episode. I will be watching those.
Okay.
Because I haven't been up on it for a bit. And now I'm like, man, I gotta see these last few episodes. I gotta go out. I gotta see him out.
I think I will too. It's so weird. Someone like him is just leaving. He's not transforming into something.
I've been seeing this compared a lot to the Steve from Blue's Clues passing on the torch and how that affected everyone as children. Like it's happened twice in our lives now. First with Blue's Clues, now with game theory.
And that's so weird because it's just all like, this is some random motherfucker who, because from the YouTube perspective here, it's just like, dude, that guy recorded in his closet and then just made a highly
whole
edited
business
video. It's just weird. It's like, how are you comparing that to a child's like entertainment? It's just weird, but I understand it.
Yeah, it's in the same, I think, form since it's both entertainment, but one's like a real person.
Yeah,
I guess Steve from Blue's Clues too. He left for real reasons. So.
He's dead. Steve's dead.
Steve is not dead. He went to college.
Yeah, but no, goddamn, who was blowing up my phone? Holy shit! I'm trying to immerse myself in the Steve-ness.
This is a sad time. It's a bittersweet time because it's like thinking back on all the memories of being in middle school, watching the scary theories on Nintendo or whatever he made a theory on.
Always on Nintendo videos.
Just remembering that
Mario's a communist.
All through the years, all the videos he's made that just were entertaining and fun to watch, and now just being where we are now and being like, he's earned this, but it's sad to see that he's not going to be a big part of YouTube anymore, or at least not our viewing.
Yeah, he'll be in the background, he said, or whatever, but it's just all like, it's really weird how he chose that decision, unlike what Pewds did, where he's like, I'll stop, but I'll make a video just randomly every once in a while. I'm shocked that he didn't do like a personal channel. Like I'm gonna make a Matthew Patrick, like same with Anthony or somebody. A lot of these older YouTubers, there's two routes for you. That's clearly one of them.
Dying.
Yeah. No. And if it happens with Mark, it's basically confirmed. It's a trend with everybody then. It's either A, you stop completely. B, you stop what you did and now you moved on to something else, but you treat it as almost like a retirement thing.
Yeah.
Or like you rebrand yourself completely different to being like a whole different entity, because Anthony from Smosh went from Smosh to then just being like, I'm just going to interview other YouTubers because it's like classic YouTuber. I'm going to ask other YouTubers, modern YouTubers, how they feel. So it's just like, okay. And then that happens, or you get the whole Pewds thing where it's all like, I'm just going to make an essay video every once in a while when I fucking feel like it with my bajillion dollars, which all of them share in common. Unless you were like a one-hit wonder like Rice Gum or something like that. So it's like, it's really weird. And even then, I'd say Mark almost kind of did it, but like he evolved in a way where it's like, I'm still doing it, but I didn't die.
Yeah, I think it was already confirmed. People already were like asking Mark if he was gonna retire, and he was like, no. Because it's like, I think it's different with Mark because he always has like his channel that he just makes little things for, and then he can work on big things on the side and just keep it constantly going. But with MatPat, I think he spread out his vision so far and like created such a monumental like idea of just having so many different theories
Like he
that
just
now
couldn't keep up.
that now it's just like, man, I mean, I could keep going like this, but I'm like he says in the video, he's like, I'm at a point where it's like I could only see myself decline if I go like this, so I might as well step back and let other people have the honor of being able to have people grow up alongside them.
I think I'm a little bit of a dick because it's just like you can have the high ground in every conversation. I left at the high point. Y'all motherfuckers ruined it.
You guys ruined it.
And you know what? I'll be totally honest. It kind of happened with Smosh, and I already know how this kind of works. Once you remove Matthew Patrick from the face, the voice of it from the videos, it almost kind of has this weird like trickle effect where it's like, y'all motherfuckers got some big shoes to fill, and whoever's doing the game theory one, you got some
For sure.
big ass shoes to fill, major shoes.
I don't know how it's gonna go, but I feel like it's gonna be pretty successful because I don't know, because Matt was always the face of the channel, but I guess like he said, the idea still remains.
You can kill the man, but not the
idea. And besides the girl in style theory,
Yeah, I never went to that one. I was really hoping for conspiracy theory. And I got delivered a fashion theory.
That's the Joe Rogan experience.
You know what? You're not wrong, but no, honest critique. That was such a weird.
Hello, internet. Welcome to conspiracy theory.
I wish it was that, but no, that one was weird. I do have one problem with game theory. At one point, it just got like too bloated. Like after film theory, I'm all like, all right, food theory, fashion theory. I'm like, okay, this is. I literally took a step back. I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go further down the rabbit hole of what I like. This is stuff I can't get into anymore.
You know what's funny? It's kind of like the opposite for me, because when food theory and style theory came out, I actually started finding more videos from there that I enjoyed watching than from game theory itself, because there was a lot of like games that I've never even heard of or didn't care to even learn of. So I was just like, But then I'd see like, oh, can chicken nuggets kill you? Oh, I want to see.
Could they?
I want to find out.
Can they?
I don't know. I don't know if that was an actual video. So
I thought that was. I'm like,
sometimes I turn things on and then fall asleep. So I'm not sure if I actually watched something or if I just imagined
your brain subconsciously retained the information.
Or like, woo, closed scar of conspiracy. I want to.
It just.
I'll see.
I don't know. Maybe this is just me being like an older YouTuber and mindset where it's just like, at one point you go too corpo. Like he's like, I have editors. I have a set. I'm like, okay. This is not what I signed up for. I'm of the mindset of, this is my room.
Alex,
I got my PC. That's it.
You don't like the idea of channels evolving?
No, not evolving. No, that's different. You're getting it twisted. No, there's evolving like video wise. Like the videos get better in the sense of like just the editing quality is good. Then there's like the whole. I don't want to say corpo, but my brain keeps on saying corpo. Like the whole corpo section. Like it just game theory just became a fucking like a.
I get what you mean. Yeah,
I don't like the company.
It's more of a company aspect, but I feel like it's still stuck to the same ideas. It just became more formulaic.
Yeah, I think that's my problem too. Is I don't like formula. I like to be a little bit chaotic in my videos. If you can't fucking tell, if you're one of my subscribers, so it's just all like that whole formulaic. I have. The moment you have writers talking for you is the moment, like in my mind, like, oh yeah, so it's not your channel anymore. It's you passed on the torch to somebody else to do it for you.
When you expand your ideas far enough, at some point you do need help, which is why a channel like his would need writers to help him out with that stuff.
The one problem is with YouTube though is like it's never like. Cinema Massacre, for example, Angry Video Game Nerd, he doesn't actually like do any of his videos anymore. He just he quite literally just acts, and it's not even him doing his own script. Like he's almost lost complete like creative freedom. I'm like, that's too far. I don't know what Matt did for the most part. I'm probably assuming like he wrote most of it, and then like at one point when he was like, all right, I gotta pass down the reins, he let other people start writing it for him.
Mm-hmm.
So like I understand that, but like there's one point with a lot. It was a controversy for a while because it led down this whole like plagiarizing thing. That was a thing for a while with I forgot the guy who fucking made that video essay, but apparently like, all these like big corporate channels, just a whole bunch of like essay YouTubers got exposed for this like scripts that were just basically like blatantly like plagiarism. And even then I had to think to myself, I'm like, do I plagiarize? And I had to mentally sit with that for like a day or two. I'm like, no, I don't. Because I say what the author says and I proceed to give my take or some elaboration of it. Theirs is just, here's the argument from somebody else that I'm not creatively adding or anything. I'm like, oh, never mind, I am better than that.
I mean, yeah, but that's why you take care when writing or when hiring writers.
Yeah.
You make sure that they do their due diligence.
Matt was very smart with it. I say out of everybody, I think he was probably low key, probably like strategically, probably one of the best YouTubers.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
In terms of the business,
he understood the inner workings of things, and to a point where like it sounded like the higher ups at YouTube would almost consult him for things at a certain point.
He said this. So I always love these Anthony interviews with these older YouTubers, and specifically the older ones around when they were around, basically Game Theory and Smosh, and
like the golden era of YouTube,
the classics, And sometimes when Matt speaks, not in like some Game Theory-esque way, it's a fuck. He's fucking a genius. And he said smart. One thing. He I think out of everybody who understood the algorithm the best, I think it would be him and fucking and Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, I think I really honestly should go back to his film theory-esque or game theory-esque like discussions about YouTube, because I think a lot of the time he got it right. And he said in one of those Anthony interviews, like subscriber count might end up mattering very soon. I think this might be like a year or two ago, because some like internet rules were changing, like on a nationwide level or something, or maybe because of the European Union, and that happens pretty often. So I'm just like, if all of a sudden like there's like this update, it's like, yeah, subscribers count matter. It's to be like, holy fuck, Matt just fucking called that out like years ago.
Yeah.
Because I think he also kind of maybe called out the whole notification system and how that worked. Before, like everybody's idea on how the notification system worked was like, this is broken. And then like, I think Matt maybe said this. I can't say it for 100% sure, but like MatPat was all like, no, they're doing that for a reason. There's this algorithm thing that's clearly at work here. They could easily give out 100,000 notifications or 1 million notifications at once. There's no way that wouldn't be possible. But like, it's like there's a reason for it. Everything has a reason behind it, and just Mac just got that. And sometimes I look past all the funky like Mario's a communist, Luigi's is fucking Princess whatever face's dad. This is like, damn, that motherfucker's smart.
Yeah,
but came with that smartness and all that the empire. It's just like, man, I can't enjoy time with my wife anymore,
which is crazy to think real. About. That's a real thing. But I guess also going just into his legacy. Just think about all this like theorist YouTubers out there who make like just content like that.
That's a theory. I don't think I've made that joke yet on my channel. I need to.
I think we made it here.
Did I?
I think we did.
I haven't.
It's like in episode like 8 or something.
Dude, he's.
But yeah,
fuck, man.
I mean, like even outside of just quoting him saying it's just a theory in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but it's like just there's so many YouTubers out there that like have. You can tell are inspired by the game theory.
That was mine.
The game theory style of like YouTube videos and just how they make their content is just like, just his charisma changed the
whole landscape.
And he's not even one of the bigger ones either. He's he's a lot more niche than many of the others, but it's like, man, you can see even
niche 18 million subscribers.
Well, I mean,
I know, and scale to the other ones, it makes sense. Yeah.
Like, I mean, because if you ask people on the street, like if they knew certain YouTubers, I'm pretty sure, like MatPat's not one of those ones. But like to people who are within the
sphere of the internet,
he's huge.
I think honestly, this might be a controversial take, but when I think of like the YouTube big three, I think of Pewds, at least the classic ones. I think of Pewds, Markiplier, and Game Theory. I do not think of Jacksepticeye in that one. Not anymore.
He did come a little later though, didn't he?
No, because shockingly, if you actually look at the timeline, they all started at the same time. It's just Jack had like a ending growth boom, but they all started around the same time. But like, I don't know, Jack was never. I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say this, but Jack just felt like an Irish version of Mark.
Yeah.
And I understand they were like the trio for a while, but even then, them themselves have all said they've all moved apart away from each other.
Yeah.
There was no trio to begin with.
Yeah.
So when I look at that, I'm like, but like when I think of the classics, I think of Matt, Mark, and Pewds. Because they all had something.
I think what really set MatPat apart from the rest of them was
he had the original color green.
He had his own individual like idea for how a channel was, because a lot of them were just the gaming YouTubers who just did games.
Yeah.
Like during that time, there wasn't a lot of variety with YouTube.
Fuck no, there
but
wasn't.
he was the one that was making, like, he was the big channel that made like high quality videos talking about theories and like secrets in games and potential like lore. It's just it was different. Mark, and I think that's what made Matt truly special.
I think Matt made like the startup on lore videos like super popular.
Oh yeah.
I think they were there before him. However, the quality of all of them like probably through like influence alone started to make them like very much bigger.
Because to my knowledge, up until, because I remember first seeing his Sonic is Slow video. That was, I think, the first one I watched of his. And it was like, even then, it was very high quality editing, especially for that time, because a lot of videos during that time were still the Microsoft PowerPoint slideshow like editing style, where it's just talking over a picture or words. Are you looking back?
I want to see this old editing.
It's very different. Should I pull it up on the laptop?
Probably.
Let's pull it up on the laptop since it's nearby.
And okay, and two is another thing too, is like technically this is also another original thing that didn't happen. Technically speaking, Matt was the only one that ever fit the definition of a channel, because there was multiple people on the channel that actually uploaded.
Oh, that's a thing that even inspired this channel, Totally Oblivious, is I just liked how he always had different stuff going on the channel. Like, it might not have been extremely successful with the algorithm, but just having like the different ideas going on was it was interesting. Just hearing the Gaijin Goomba culture shock stuff.
Fuck, bro, those videos hit
they did,
back in the day.
or the science of videos. I loved those ones because he just found people with good personalities to tell you about the most mundane facts you would never know until you watch those videos.
They were Gaijin Goomba and them motherfuckers were a different breed of badass, bro. Like, in the sense of like YouTube scale, those guys were cool. They had this class to them. I'm looking up like the old. I know I'm like looking at the screen and it's probably like, oh man, you guys should look at the camera when you guys are doing this. But like, we need to do research real quick because this is like crazy, bro.
Oh shoot! What the heck?
What?
I'm seeing stuff even prior to Game Theory on the oldest.
Oh yeah, I know.
There's a Chrono Trigger.
Matt used to be a theater kid, remember?
Yep.
The Game Theory promo.
I'm surprised that was still on the same channel. I didn't know that.
Science. God, bro, there's so fucking many of them.
Science of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Pokemon versus Creationists.
Oh
Part
my
1 and
gosh.
2.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Science of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Racist Pokemon got to be crazy. And that's the only one that actually has an episode in it. An episode title. You could clearly tell he was experimenting.
Yeah.
Arrow in the knee.
Modern Call of Duty Modern War Crimes.
Oh my god, best moves in gaming's fucking
I see it right
Holy
there.
shit, I thought he did unlist it.
The problems with Princess Peach. Video game crossovers. Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
That is a good one. Timeline wrong.
How much is Minecraft Diamond Armor actually worth? Is fucking a good video.
Gosh, these old thumbnails. So iconic.
God, bro. I love the communist one. How PewDiePie conquered YouTube. That's the first one. That's the first video that kind of like was like the kind of the big one, I think, for Matt, because it's like, holy shit, he understands the algorithm extremely well.
Peach is dead. Yep. That's crazy. I feel like that was like a middle of the road video in terms of like when I saw that. But that was 9 years ago.
What's wrong with Angry Video Game Nerd was crazy. I love.
Oh my gosh, that was a crazy one too.
Because he's analyzing the character and stuff. It's a good one.
Here's the one that changed everything. Five Nights at Freddy's Scariest Monsters U.
That's
changed everything.
Hold on. When's the first time? Hold on. I actually want to analyze this as a YouTuber myself.
The Pokemon multiverse.
Hold on.
Smash Bros. Secret lore.
Technically speaking, not counting the announcement, the first black thumbnail with the black background I think is the Call of Duty one.
It's Call of Duty?
Yeah. Why Call of Duty Ghosts should terrify you.
Yeah, I think so. Because
that started the trend, because eventually, after that, Game Theory on Watch Dogs, sadly, and Friday Nights at Freddy's, that actually might have been an updated thumbnail. I think that is an updated thumbnail, because I don't remember that was...
The Five Nights at Freddy's one?
Yeah, I don't think that
was... No, I think that one was always black.
Is that the original? Or did they not update it?
That's always what it's been.
That's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, because then there's only a few episodes after that, and then they switch completely to the black format. But yeah, it's just it's so long. Jurassic World Hybrid Dinos are coming 8 years ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember. I watched all of these.
Bro, I'm just looking at this shit, bro, and it's just so... It's so interesting.
It's such... a walk down memory lane. Luigi's Secret Identity. That was a good one. Mr. L.
Oh, Angie woke up.
Angie is awake and she's not happy. Anyway, we're getting off track a little bit here.
I know,
going
but it's
down
just,
memory lane.
And eventually you can... It's so weird because I know from like a YouTuber's perspective, I know what he's doing. At one point, like Matt just started experimenting, like almost with every video, because it would always be here's a white background, here's a black background, here's custom made backgrounds that still were dark though. Man, maybe I have to fucking take a. I might start copying fucking Game Theory, fucking like some of their cues. Maybe I can get a couple million views. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, they got some good stuff.
Because he basically is like retired.
Yeah, he's
even though he's working in the background.
Yeah, he's basically just the CEO at this point.
Yeah,
but I guess more hands-on than anything else. But I don't know. The way he
probably still gets a cut of it.
I'm sure he gets a cut of it. It is his channel, but it's like
my name, biatch.
I wonder how much creative influence he's gonna have over stuff at this point.
Yeah,
because at this point he really doesn't have to do anything other than just make sure they don't suicide bomb the channel.
That's my fear, bro. I hope they don't go.
I don't think they would.
If anything, what he probably should end up doing is I think he should just go casual with it. Like every once in a while, just be like, if it does bomb or whatever, and he takes it all back. I think if anything, he should probably be like, every once in a while when I'm feeling like it, I'll make a fucking video about why Princess Peach is the fattest ass or something. I don't know. Or like he's like, oh, you know what? This really obscure indie movie has like this really cool plot. Let me break it down or something.
I don't know. I feel like he has full faith in the new hosts.
I hope he fucking does.
And I hope they have success, which I think kind of brings me to this idea that I had. I think MatPat doing this instead of just like saying it's over, but like passing down the torch is probably one of the coolest things somebody could do, because a lot of people with that kind of authority typically just when they have that power they just keep it and they'll just die with it. But like to just have the thought to be like, you know what, I've had the glory for this long, I want to let others who have learned under me be able to have
it really
that.
just is an empire, bro.
I think that's one of the coolest things, which I think is something I think about a lot too, where it's like, because even prior to this, I was like, man, at some point I'm gonna die. So it's gonna be like, at some point I gotta
leave something behind.
I gotta prepare to leave my legacy behind, and hopefully at that point, if this channel is still going, if the podcast is still going, I'd find that the heir to the totally oblivious throne take over.
Bitch.
And
it's
then
over.
The new host. Like I think that's kind of like just taking on passing down the torch to the next generation is something you don't see too often. So I think it's really cool that Matt's kind of, I think, probably starting the trend of people who are in his position to pass the torch down. Because you could almost say that too, because it seems like a lot of the old YouTubers are kind of stepping back now. It's almost like they're passing down the torch to the new generation of content creators such as ourselves.
It is funky.
Yeah,
it really is. I hope at one point. I don't think I'd ever do that. I think it'll probably end up dying with me.
Yeah.
Or no, if anything, there will probably be like a symbolic like. Okay, I actually did. I was getting like hyper.
You have the mask and you see your son. You're like, you're metas now.
No, that's a trauma I keep. You could be somebody else. No, but I was thinking about
metas be like a mantle like Batman?
It really shouldn't be a mantle. The amount of mental trauma I've done to myself.
So did Bruce Wayne.
I don't think Bruce doesn't want them to become him.
He made the next Batman. Haven't you seen Batman, the one with this future Batman?
For Brave and the Bold, that's a good episode though. That's one of my personal favorites. But like, technically, no, he doesn't want any of them to become Batman. They only reluctantly become Batman when Bruce is being drugged by Talia.
No,
where did Bruce go? Hold on.
Alex, that's the whole point of the Batman show that I don't remember the name of.
I don't know what you're talking about.
One with the slick suit. The late 90s one after the animated series where Batman's an old man.
Oh, Batman Beyond?
Yeah.
Okay, that one's cool. That one's entire purpose. But like, if you look at
that could be metas.
No. What I was gonna say was this. This is how I'd end up like. Now I wouldn't pass down my channel. What it would eventually end up becoming is, because I was having this talk with a different Caleb. If you know JoJo scene, you know the other Caleb with a K. I was talking about him, and after I had a conversation about him with YouTube and stuff, like at one point, if I ended up making like a whole bunch of fucking money in the span of like maybe like a few years, like a lot of money, because he's even said like, dude, at one point, even with like the non-popular JoJo stuff, I was making like some crazy amounts. I'm like, if I got that money and then did the Swag Kage or rumored Swag Kage thing, he's a Naruto guy, and just started investing in shit, I could be like, could I flip $100,000 into something more? And then with that, could I eventually end up becoming a writer? And then at that point, I'd be like, well, I've now become what I've always wanted. I do not make the content. I am the content. And then, therefore, I can make content on my own content because I can react or like make commentary stuff. It's just this infinite loop thing.
I don't know if that makes sense, but I get what you mean.
No, like somebody would make a reaction to like something I made or whatever.
Like they're making theory videos on your content.
And then I watch their video.
That's what MatPat's planning on doing too.
Yeah.
He wants to make his own ARG stuff and write his own stories, make a video game. I think it's cool too.
Yeah, that's what I would end up doing, but then the YouTube channel would just end up becoming like it would age with me. It eventually become this nerdy kid's hyperfixation with some Japanese guy's fucking story to eventually being like, here's a time lapse of me drawing and then what I've done this week. Or then eventually or what it eventually would be coming, and I would make this a point. If I ended up ever making a famous book series or anime series because of my books or et cetera, all the trailers, every single one of them would be on that fucking channel.
Oh yeah, that only makes sense.
Yeah, because I'd be like, I want the fucking ad revenue on that bitch. I would make it in the fine print. I receive all the ad revenue off of any of these trailers and therefore trailer compilations of my trailers. And I'd be like, this is where I post things that I want to enjoy and the official trailers to anything I've ever made. That's what the channel would become.
Wouldn't that already be the case? Why would you even need that in the fine print?
Well, because some of the fuckers might argue, be like, well, it was made by my company. No, motherfucker, this is my shit.
Mine.
So they're really technical. I've heard some crazy fucking stories from other people.
That's why you be careful who you trust your stuff with.
Yeah, that's what the channel would end up
I don't know
becoming.
why I thought you were gonna say the channel evolves from a nerdy teenage kid talking about anime to a guy outside mowing the lawn.
Hey, it might happen.
Alex, 67-year-old Alex on his lawnmower. Yeah, so today I just had to cut the grass. Gotta take care of that wasp nest over there. It's been causing problems for a while. Maybe my pet geese will like eating those.
Maybe. Actually, I probably would end up putting some type of fucking waterfowl.
Waterfowl.
But that's what it would end up becoming. Like the channel would, I think it eventually would age with me. Because I even now, at 21, I'm seeing it age. Because like my older content used to be I wouldn't say way different. But now I'm noticing like a quality increase at year 4. And I'm like, this is different, because I wasn't heavily thinking about like a 30-minute segment in a video that probably won't matter, and it's like hyper detailed and looks like really cool. Like I wouldn't do this like 4 years ago. I would have just made a video, but now it's just like, hold on, I'm better at this. Let me make this cool, and just like, I don't know. It's like I'm starting to finally see me age, and like how Matt did his shit's kind of inspiring, because it's like, if this motherfucker can do it, what can I do?
What can I do?
And all the information I've gathered, it's just like, I'm like, I don't want to sound like I'm some white girl in Los Angeles. I'm one break away. But it honestly feels like that. If I just have one good fucking shot at the system, it'd be like, all right, now it's game over. Now it's like from 20 on to like till I'm like 30. I could be set for the rest of fucking life. So I'm just like, fuck, man. What did Matt do? What was his shtick?
I think just ultimately, I guess kind of the thing to take from all of this is, as sad as it is to see an icon that we've cherished for so many years kind of step back and go, you can learn from him. And it's one of those things where you can be happy knowing that by him being able to have the opportunity to do this means that he truly succeeded at his goal.
Oh yeah,
and he won. Like we're texting each other. He actually won the game. So I think that's kind of an end goal.
I think everybody has.
Most people should have, is to be able to get to a point where you've had so much success that now it's time for you to take that success and be like, here, you guys can have success. Use what I've taught you to create your own success. And I'm going to go, I don't know, on an adventure somewhere else. I might not be around, but you have other people will be able to look up to the people that I've taught.
I just thought of a funny thing. Imagine like I made like a $1 million series. Instead of seeing like a professional like channel logo, like Vivo or something. It's my fucking PFP, still the same
the
one.
same
Still what I'm
exact
using
one.
right now,
Nothing's changed.
like 20 years from now. It never changed. Maybe the banner changed, but the PFP never did. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it could be. Very well could be.
It's like, I can just imagine the comment section. Wow, man, this guy wrote a multi-million dollar franchise, and he just kept this fucking not up-to-date PFP version. He did it of himself at like 18, 19, something. I can't wait to see.
Imagine that too with me. They're like, wow, Caleb, the famous.
It's still this fucking
the
logo.
famous guy. Wow, let's look at his Twitter page. It's just the PNG of the penguin from Mario 64.
Technically speaking, some of the cooler people on that fucking website, or really in general with online, just have those basic ass PFPs. They go hard.
They do.
Once they gain enough clout, it's just like, that's an iconic photo.
It's an iconic photo, but that's like
that's one of the reasons I don't think I can change it like ever.
That's like Hideo Kojima just having a random PNG,
the color red.
Yeah,
just as his profile pic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck.
But yeah,
it's honestly inspiring. Like
it
all
really
of them
is.
really are.
It really,
I think
yeah.
I was talking about our idea. I guess I'll collectively agree it's our idea because we kind of both want to do it. Even though I thought of it like way before, but like the whole internet thing, I was talking to Nat about it last night, and just like the whole idea with it. I'm like, I think there was one beneficial thing with the internet. As much shit as I give it, and how many times I've studied it, being like, yeah, this is bad. I do think people like Mark, Puge, Jacksepticeye, all the positive guys, Mr. Beast, I'm a big one. All these shut up. All these positive.
Why are you telling me to shut up?
All these like positive people who ended up making like a good thing, like a really good thing, or able to creatively
have a
use
positive impact.
Yeah, a positive impact. I was trying to fucking find the words for it. I just could not. A positive impact on people. I think that's probably one of the few beneficial things the internet's ever done, and it's really honestly inspired me, on top of the whole anime thing, to really pursue outside of working a 9 to 5 like my ancestors before me.
I think that's just a test to like humanity as a whole. It's like, as bleak as things always look, and it's like there's so much bad, it's important to focus on the people who do good and are good, and try to aspire to be like them, rather than to try to be just counter to the people who are doing bad in the world. Just try to be good and focus on what makes you happy.
And eventually it makes other fucking people happy.
You'll inspire people, and eventually people will make their own stuff, and they'll inspire other people to make their own stuff.
It's just
a cycle of, if you're a positive influence on other people, it'll eventually create a community of people who want to be positive.
It takes time, unlike negativity, which almost immediately attracts another negative source. But with positivity, over time, it will snowball so fucking much it outweighs the negativity. It's like, what the fuck? How'd you do that?
Whoa.
How'd you do that?
Because even with all the charity stuff, even with Jacksepticeye, with his Thankmas that he does every year, that's a huge thing now.
That's a thing?
Yeah, you've never heard of that?
I have never heard of Thanksmas.
Yeah, he has like a day-long stream where just people donate to whatever charity he has going on. It's like the first weekend in December he does it. Really? I think it was bigger last year than it was this year, but he gets like a bunch of different content creators. They all just work together, try to raise money.
That's neat.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
I know Matt does a lot of that kind of stuff too. I can't remember the last one he did, but I know he just recently did one.
At one point, you end up making so much money, you're like, fuck it. Charity time, baby.
It's the
Animal Crossing effect.
It's the episode of SpongeBob. We tried burying it, shredding it, and burning it. But in the end, we decided to give it all away.
What?
Yeah, that's basically what the YouTubers are doing now.
But you know what's weird then? Which, yet again, Alex talking about corporations. Doesn't it just make it all funny how all these YouTubers end up making millions of doubloons. Millions. Well, look at Mark, for example. A million doubloons.
Millions.
A billion doubloons, right? Mm-hmm. He consistently gives it away or transforms it into other projects.
Into projects so he can create more content for his
people
fans.
that want to enjoy it.
The people who are basically giving him the money. He's like, here's stuff because you keep giving me money. Yeah. And they're like, oh, here's more money. He's like, here's more stuff.
And then it's like these corporations, I'm going to save this for myself and give the bare minimum, and if not that. And
that is a true... I think just shows a lot of their character.
Yeah.
Is that they are willing to... It's never truly been about them. It's been more about like just having fun and letting other people show the stuff that they enjoy. Because
I'm telling you, when you like, comment, and subscribe, it does help a lot.
It does help. But like with Matt, going back to what I was saying earlier, him passing down the torch is significant because like... But you're saying corporations, those CEOs would not do that.
Oh, fuck no, they wouldn't.
They would never do that.
They'd bid it away.
They'll take that legacy down with them, and then when they die and that company dies, all the money and assets from the dead company just go to their family and just stay there.
And never move.
If
anything, they depreciate.
He made the decision to be like, you know what? I've done what I wanted to do.
It's yours now.
I'd like to just be able to be like, you know what? My time has come. You must continue your journey without me. And then just be able to go off and die.
I won't lie. I do find the idea of passing on my YouTube knowledge to somebody really fucking cool.
Though. Oh, yeah. Just being able to have your protege and teaching them the ropes and then being like, the student became the master. Now he can go off on it, or he or she can go off on their own, do whatever they want to do with their life.
Yeah, I don't, and the thing is, like, that's why I feel like the whole, like, giving the channel away thing just doesn't make sense to me, because it's like, that's my number I built up. You need to start from zero to see, like, where you actually truly measure up.
I'd almost say that's kind of it's just a change of mindset or just different mindsets altogether. Because like to MatPat, he might have built that number, but it's through others. It's through others that he was able to build that number. So the fact that those others who helped him along the way are now going to be the ones like forefronting those 4 channels, are like, I guess it's kind of in a way full circle.
I think the next person in line to host the channel shouldn't be Tom, but Gaijin Goomba. That's my vote.
Gaijin Goomba.
I think he should have it.
Look, it's not your choice. It's Matt's choice.
Fine. I would have gave it to him. I don't know who this Tom fellow is.
I don't know either, but apparently he's extremely young.
Apparently. We got a new Matt here. This is like in the video itself, it said, a fucking Matt brought up the whole like regeneration Doctor Who thing. That's the first thing I thought when he said he was retiring. So like, this is just gonna be like a giant Doctor Who. It's like the 4th becoming the 5th. I hope it's not like that. Everybody was diehard 4th fans, and then like the 5th showed up, and everybody was like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah,
his ass.
Hopefully Tom finds success.
I hope too. I hope so too.
I think so far.
Also, Matt kind of roasted him in the video.
Yeah,
he was all like, he also might not believe the moon's real, and I went,
"What?
What do you mean it's not real? That's not. Is that a funny ha-ha moment, or is that a
I think he said that wrong, because the clip he shows is him saying the moon landing's not real, and they're like, "You don't think the moon's real?"
Well, depending on what some people say. So that's what the fucking video said.
Oh my god!
Not me. I believe the moon is real. I'm not Joe Rogan. Yeah, I don't think the moon is real.
No, I don't think it happened.
And then eventually he changed it. He's like, "Yeah, it did happen."
Pull it up.
Jamie, pull it up.
Jamie, pull it up.
You know how one day you'll know when this podcast eventually like
has a studio
and fully succeeds, if we ever make it that far, which I think it is. I think Caleb has autistic obsession enough for it.
Yeah, I'm
when we
crazy
have our own
enough.
Jamie, that's when it hits.
We had our Jamie and then he left.
Man, he wasn't Jamie. He was some loser wanting to use his fucking camera.
He just liked the camera.
Fucking weirdo.
But yeah, I have the gumption to do it. I think.
Okay, if I were to give some advice to somebody who wants to be a YouTuber, it takes 3 things. I think.
Gumption.
No, I'm still a youngin compared to Matt or whatever. I'm 4 years old.
Yeah,
technically
4 years old.
So I think it takes one, a bit of autism. You got to be real into a fucking subject, almost an unhealthy amount to get anywhere. You got to have an unhealthy obsession. Second, you got to have a good talking voice. You got to you just have to have.
You gotta have the bravado. Yeah, I can do it. Listen to me. I got tone in my voice.
Yeah, you gotta have that. And the third one's kind of optional. You gotta be hot. Because you can the other two don't really matter. That third one can kick ass if
true.
fully specced into. Because I've seen some people with the most lackluster ass content on my page, on my fucking Twitter feed, and be like, how do you have this many subscribers?
That's like 90% of Twitch.
Yeah. It's just looks.
It really is.
Or being crazy. Like, it really, if you have all 3 of those things, you will succeed. If you have 2 of those things, you will succeed. If you have that one specific one, you'll succeed. But you gotta have the other 2. You gotta eventually develop at least one or the other one. You can't have the other 2. The hot one is weird. I was talking about Caleb, the other Caleb, in this conversation. He's like, Markiplier has all 3 of them, dude. He's hot, he's funny, and he knows how to fucking talk. And like, for the longest time, he didn't have the hot one. He had the other 2, and then he got hot. So it's just like, you can eventually, to get big enough, to get to a huge number, you need all 3. But you can rock with 2 and still make a fuck ton of money. But if you get the third one, you can do a tasteful OnlyFans and get $1 bajillion.
Yeah, and it goes all to charity.
Yes. Unless you're Amaranth, who made $57 million, and we're all still wondering if she still does this sexual content of her own free will, or it was her abusive husband. I don't know what the.
Let's keep it on the MatPat. Let's keep it on the MatPat side of YouTube.
I don't want to go to Twitch as a scary place.
I try to forget the fact that those people exist.
But back to the whole YouTube thing, I really honestly it takes those 3. You got to have an unhealthy obsession, some type of talking voice, or at least you can develop one into that, and you got to have some looks. The thing with the looks category is also it kind of stems into editing. If you're doing real life content, you got to have some type of looks, or just look so weird that eventually it works. Like in terms of editing and in terms of your facial appearance, there's some interesting looking fellows on YouTube, and I go,
Meat Canyon relied on just being absolutely horrendous looking content.
Yeah,
but man, did it work?
Yeah, and even then, technically, I would say this. Even if you're fat, like if you do IRL shit, Meat Canyon is a hefty guy. However,
let's talk about
he's round and he looks approachable.
Yeah, he's a friendly guy.
Mental faculties mean in my human brain, he a friend I'm going to continue to watch. That shit matters.
Queso, everybody loves queso.
Exactly. Wendigoon, he's also a bit rounder, and his face looks a bit squared. Psychologically, that means friend.
I think it's just all about how you present yourself.
Yeah.
If you present yourself as a friendly person who somebody would want to be friends with, I think that's really all. I think that's a big part of content creation. You just, at the end of the day, you just want to kind of be a virtual friend for people. Just like,
but however, you need to watch that. It gets fucking crazy sometimes.
I mean, you don't want to be like
friends.
There's kind of there's a boundary that can't be crossed. But like, like somebody who you can.
I'll entertain you, but I'm not your friend.
Like MatPat gave out content for people weekly when it first came out, right?
I think so.
It was weekly content that you could be like, yeah, I'm used to hearing this guy. He seems very cool. And I get as time went on, yeah, it confirmed MatPat seems like a genuinely nice guy who genuinely appreciates
I have a new
the
fear
fans. A stalker?
No. Because I was thinking about it, like, yeah, to clarify on the whole YouTube point, unhealthy obsession on something, talking voice, and then presentation of yourself and or video quality. And I was like, yeah, I should probably say that once Caleb was done with the sentence. And then my brain thought, what if it comes out to be like Matt's just this terrible person like 5 years later? I'd be like, damn.
Matt sacrificed souls for his
Content.
Yeah, I guess.
Never listened to his kids. Never went to any of his choir performances.
I guess that could be possible, but
That would suck.
From
I'd be like, no.
From what we've heard, it's not the case.
I hope so.
But yeah, that would suck. And then all of this would be for nothing.
Bam. Depending on the timeline, if Matt ended up good and had a very successful life, good on you, Matt.
Nice.
Now, if you ended up becoming a bad person in quotation marks, God damn it, I expected better of you.
You betrayed us all.
You mother.
I thought you were bad. You ain't bad. You ain't nothing.
Yeah. But I don't think that'll ever happen. Anyway.
Yeah. Most likely
I'm
not.
excited for the Markiplier movie. I've been watching a lot of Markiplier content as of recently.
Love his content. Anytime I get to watch it.
It's a genuine treat.
Yeah, it really is. Having that, a nice snack, chilling back.
I've yet to make a reference to being
great.
like on my channel. How many of you guys eat a sandwich when I upload? Just curious.
You should ask that.
I probably should.
Make a poll.
I want
Make a poll on YouTube and see what the results are.
I want to know the results. That'd be so interesting. I think with this content this year, I'm going to be a lot more expressive, a lot more funny, or just being like totally just weird. Just being like, guys, I don't have an intro, but I have a sudden obsession with this character, and I'm now going to talk about them for 10 minutes. I think that's what it is. I don't think I'm going to be like, here's a versus thing, or here's a what's it. It's just like, here's my obsession.
I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah, I want to see where it goes. I might get more analytical. I was getting compliments from 18-year-olds on a different podcast. I was on a different podcast. Shout out to Curious and Gray. And they were like, damn, Metas, you think like an essay or analytical YouTuber. I'm all like, it's kind of what I do.
Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah. But like but in a weird sense, I knew what they were coming from because they actually watch proper essay videos. Like a versus debate video isn't a proper essay video, if you catch my drift in terms of like the whole YouTube stylization thing. So it's like, oh, thank you, Gray. Curious was just doing something in that moment. I forgot. I think it was off screen or whatever. I mean, was he? I can't remember. It was happening like at 12 o'clock at night. Imagine trying to record a podcast at midnight.
We've done that before and it's awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually awful.
Yeah. One and done on that.
Yeah. Never again. Weren't we up till 2 a.m?
Something like that.
Like that was actual. It was torture to record. It was torture to edit, and it's torture to watch.
Yes, we've learned
the trifecta of man. None of that was good.
Speaking on evolution and evolving of the channel and the times. What are we doing for the 100th episode?
I was just thinking the same thing.
My girlfriend asked me, and it's like, you guys are like 10 away, or how many?
We actually are. We're, as of this episode, which should be episode 93, 7 episodes away from our 100th episode.
What the fuck are we doing for the 100?
I am cooking up something good. I have no idea.
Send this to my girlfriend. She wanted to know. I couldn't give her
literally.
One. I think I said to Nat. Also, Nat wants to be on the podcast, by the way, at some point.
Well, she can come on.
See, I told you whenever you catch up to this episode.
We always like having guests.
Yeah. She'd just be so...
There's a reason why we had a 12...
speak of the devils and she shall appear.
There's a reason why we had a 12-year-old on the podcast. We just like having guests.
I'm waiting until we get like a fucking paleontologist.
I'm still trying to get Alexis to come on the podcast.
Bro... It'd be clickbait for days.
I know. That would be the episode that blew us up. Where the fuck is
Alexis? I can... Bro.
Alexis, get us Adam Sandler on the podcast. fuck?
Bro, that would be insane.
Then they'd think we're an industry plant, that we just got Adam Sandler before we reached even 1K.
That'd be crazy, bro. You know the first question I'd ask Adam Sandler? So how does it feel to have a whole genre of clothing just based on like what you did? Like my girlfriend always says, you look like Adam Sandler, or that guy looks like Adam Sandler. And it's just some guy in a regular tee and shorts and shoes. I'm like, I don't know how this is a whole genre of clothing, but apparently that's what I'd ask. That'd be my first question.
That's a pretty good question, actually.
I'd be like, how does that feel?
How does that feel?
Do you even know of this?
Are you aware that people refer to this specific? Should we both wear that if we ever got Adam Sandler on? Wear the Adam Sandler. I think we should try to look
like as much as Adam Sandler whenever Alexis gets on the podcast. You know what's a phobia? Here's just we're just having fun. We're just fucking shooting the shit. But like, imagine if we got Alexis on and we wear Adam Sandler clothing and we just go, Alexis, does this give you PTSD? Some type of phobia?
You go, hey, like it? I am Adam Sandler.
So I'd be like, I don't know, I'd be funny. But bro, I'd put her on the thumbnail and just be like, we interviewed a movie star.
That's just the thumbnail, just Alexis.
Yeah, I wonder how she'd feel. The reason why she hasn't come on is she probably feels like socially awkward. Like, I don't want to be on a camera with these two idiots.
Yeah, probably.
But no,
she's seen the podcast. It's just all nonsense.
Yeah, but okay. For the most of the time, we're just shooting the shit. But when we have something like Alexis on, I think we'd go full gamer mode. We get upright and be like, all right,
it would be.
What are we doing?
I think that probably is the case. Alexis would be the only time we have a serious conversation, because I think the comparatively to our other guests, aka when we have Colby on the podcast,
it's just chaos.
It's just absolute chaos, and brain cells are gone.
You know what? You know what I would say? I'd fucking bet. I would bet if you titled it correctly and made it clickbaity, that would. Hold on. I'm going full YouTuber right now. I'm immersed in the YouTube verse. If you made clips, posted them on TikTok and YouTube Shorts with Alexis, I'm so sorry for using Alexis, but this is just how the game works.
This is how I feel bad too. I'm like, I don't want to use Alexis
but if you did
for content, but the content would be good.
And if you did, I think we'd end up getting like a whole bunch of fucking subscribers and numbers like that.
Because that's the thing too, is that's something I've never asked her about. I've never asked her about her time in California and in the movie industry.
Angie's angry.
Literally no idea. No idea how that went.
I'm telling, get her on the pod.
I try my best, but scheduling's hard. It's hard enough to get a guest as it is now. I don't know how that's possible. Somehow scheduling Colby is like impossible. I don't know how that's.
Man got a girlfriend.
How that makes sense.
Game over.
The channel might be seeing more of Cassius now because he's free child labor.
Wait. We need to get Angie on. Remember,
when she turns 2.
When she turns 2, we got to get Angie
when she's capable of saying a sentence, she can be on the podcast.
Yes.
And then we'll interview her.
No. I thought the idea was getting Angie like every year on, just one appearance.
I guess we could do that.
So it'd just be really funny looking back at it, just making the highlights of Angie. It's just like, from episode 100 and something to 300, she eventually said her first word canonically.
Well, now it's going to be crazy. Angie's going to be from the last episode she was on 0 to what she is now. It's just pokey evolution.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Alexis. But like, if you wanted to see numbers, I'd make YouTube shorts. I'd make YouTube clips of that entire episode. I guarantee you that would become our most popular episode. Like that.
Since we're talking about totally oblivious content creation, and Cassius, I am planning on forcing him to find his favorite clips from every single episode, take just a tiny chunk of that, send it to me, and then so I can put it on TikTok, unedited, just as is on TikTok, because I'm so lazy. And by lazy, I mean I literally have scheduled my day so precisely that I have no time to fit anything extra.
What if you just make Cassius make TikTok edits?
I could have him do that.
I'll be like, I'll give you.
But then that's too much work for him. I'd rather him just find the clips, spend a minute screen recording that, send it to me, and I'll be like, all right, post it on TikTok.
Gotta
bada bing, bada boom.
Gotta frame it.
He does want to start making cooking videos on here.
On this?
On this channel. He wants me and him to cook stuff.
Could do that.
Yeah. Like I said, this channel is basically just me making random crap that I enjoy doing so people can watch.
You know what? I'm just thinking about this. And maybe in a certain timeline, if the stars align, we interview Alexis and like the entire cast of grown-ups is like, you know what? Hey, those guys are kind of cool. Fuck you. You want to go down? Or like, what if we had like
Dude, an interview
guys?
with David Spade would be crazy.
Was that the guy who does the funny...
No, that's Kevin James.
I want Kevin James.
Kevin James and Alex in the same room. You get confused. You get confused. Which one's which?
Put the edit over it.
Put the Drake song.
Put the edit over it.
Oh my gosh.
I look like Kevin James, but that's a compliment.
Alex really does. If you look at those Kevin James memes, and I can't find it. Well, I guess I probably could if I tried hard enough, but I swear to the holy Lord that in one of our middle school books, there is a picture of Alex where he's doing one of the exact poses from the Kevin James memes. I kid you not. Because when you see those when I saw those memes for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, that just looks Alex. Like middle school Alex.
Okay, bro, imagine the gateway that would lead to. I would... You know, at one point, you know what we should do? If we get Alexis on, eventually we get popular enough, we should hunt down every Grown Ups 2 main character and get them on the podcast.
Hunt them down.
Yeah. Be like, you're going to be on this podcast.
Craven the Hunter, but for guests.
Yeah, but only for Grown Ups 2. Yeah. There's a Grown Ups 2 hit list. Put it on stream, Caleb. At one point, we will get all of them.
We need to get Shaquille O'Neal.
Was he on the fucking
He's
movie?
On Grown Ups 2, yeah.
Oh, I was only thinking the first movie. I wasn't thinking DLC yet, but put Shaq somewhere here. I'd like him too.
But Stephen A. Smith.
Was he on there? Oh,
no, but I was just thinking of sports celebrities and being like, oh, that'd be a cool one.
Imagine getting Michael Jordan on the podcast, but you don't talk about fucking basketball at all.
Man, Michael Jordan, have you ever like just made a sandwich that just was so crazy?
I'd start asking him like basic ass shit. That's
Michael Jordan, tell me about what I can do in life to make myself better.
Yeah, like I'd ask.
Why do I feel sad?
Why do I feel sad?
Can you be my therapist?
Be my therapist for this episode. And I feel like some people would be like, "That's so disrespectful." Like that's what they did. I didn't care for the baseball. I just cared for Michael Jordan.
I didn't care for the baseball. I don't think a lot of people did.
Well, no, the baseball he did. That's
I don't know. A lot of people did though.
No, we really did. Or the basketball and the baseball. Be like, no, I don't care about that. How did it feel like being like making a shoe? How was that process like? That's the questions I'd be asking.
How do
fuck the 40
How do sponsorships work? We don't understand.
What's business advice here?
We don't understand that on Totally Oblivious. We don't get those.
Do you think Magic Johnson never had AIDS or got it cured secretly? I'd start asking crazy.
That's actually a genuine question that I currently have is how do you get sponsorships? Like how do you figure out like how do you get money from the sponsors? Like, how do you reach out to them and be like, hey,
I have a business email, right? And I get sent shit, but half the time I can't tell if they're legitimate or not.
Yeah, that's because when you say that too, that also got me thinking. I was like, how would you know if it's not a scam? How do you know if you're getting a sponsor?
That's the
Do I have to go to Jersey Mike's myself and be like, hey, can you guys hook me up?
Can I get like a few $100 if I give you like a sponsorship of my shit?
If I buy a sandwich today and eat it on my podcast, would your CEO pay me like $20?
Going back to MatPat real quick, did he ever get that Coca-Cola sponsorship or not?
I don't think he did.
I would have kept going on that channel till I fucking got one. He fucked up.
Would it be crazy
if he came back?
If the final episode is sponsored by Coca-Cola? The final food theory, Coca-Cola sponsored.
He done it all. It's game over.
That would be a win. That would be an absolute win.
And you know what's crazy? I'm shocked with him being so open about it. Coke never did it.
I'm surprised too, because a lot of, I guess, it's a thing with companies.
They saw that Sans Undertale video.
For some reason, I don't know why, but the original YouTubers, they just hate. They hate anything to do with those original YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
But like the newer generation of YouTubers are like, give him all the sponsorships. Bam, Ninja, give him anything he wants. But it's like Mark's like, can I just a Sour Patch Kids, please? Like, why not sponsor Mark?
You're fucking stupid if you don't.
Like, that's insane. That not a single. I think only like Alienware has like really sponsored him, or like
Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like very few companies have actually sponsored Mark.
That's so fucking
It's
stupid.
like, why?
Well, on another case too, Matt did say this, like to get a placement on a game theory video is actually ludicrously expensive. It's like, Jesus, Matt, you running them pockets. Good shit on you, brother.
Yeah.
But I am a whoreless, penniless whore. Give me something.
We're but a poor man with dreams.
No, but I probably end up running like people's pockets. Like if I ever get like an official sponsorship, I'd be like $2,000.
You think our hatred for corporations might be our own downfall?
Probably. But like if you give me enough money, I'll chill out.
Yeah,
but just secretly
for
know
sure.
I only wanted the money. I really don't care about your product.
For sure. I can't remember.
And my subscribers know that, but I got a bag and they're probably happy about that.
I think on multiple occasions on this podcast, we've been like, we hate this brand unless they sponsor us.
I'll shill, but my subscribers know I only shilled for the money. And since I already got the money, it doesn't matter.
But
unless they're the weird ones. Here's the caveat.
There are companies I will not shill out to. There are those that I'm like, you know what? I don't like you.
Yeah. That is true. However, sometimes when they do sponsorships, there is a clause where they'll just take the entire ad revenue of that said video. Fuck that. Never do that.
Sucks.
Take a wire transfer at minimum. Never do that with your video. Fuck that. Because if the video ends up becoming a mega banger and has like 3 million views or some shit, you don't get any of that money. None of it. It goes all to their pockets. So it's not worth it.
It's true.
It's dumb. So just don't do that.
Never do that. Yeah.
Wire transfer. Just be like, hit me like that, done.
Yeah. I guess it's a good time to wrap up the episode. Congrats to MatPat.
We got to get Alexis on this. Alexis, if you're watching this shit, get on the fucking podcast.
True.
We got to get sponsored. If you're on here and we get Adam Sandler, I want a sponsorship.
Alexis just takes over the channel. You know what, Alexis, you're the new host. I'll just edit it.
Gives him more time, right?
Yeah, you know.
Fuck it.
But yeah, anyway.
Imagine if I got an Adam Sandler cameo in my video. Like imagine like, Adam, do an intro for me. Hi, everybody. My name is...
I like how we're just imagining that the moment we become somewhat famous, that celebrities become our personal servants. The cast of Grown Ups becomes our personal servants.
I love it, bro.
Kevin James, soda.
Bro, I love... you know what?
Chris Rock, can you go get us some Wendy's, please?
Yeah.
Me and Alex are hungry.
And do it in a donkey accent, please.
He's not donkey.
Wait, who is he? Who am I thinking
Chris
of?
Rock's
There
zebra.
you go. There you go. Do the zebra guy.
That's just his voice, too.
It is. Do the zebra guy. That's just my voice. I know.
Chris Rock,
Do it.
go get us some coffee.
Imagine if we did a skit
20
with
minutes.
Adam Sandler. I think we should do that for the fucking joke of it.
Just for the joke.
I want to get chocolate wasted. She said the line.
She said it. We're getting sued.
Probably would.
Yeah. Alexis just sues us.
Damn.
Yeah.
Does Alexis not get royalties on that or no?
I think she does.
Good for her.
Pretty sure.
I hope so.
I don't know. I don't ask her about finances.
We should ask her these things
I
whenever
don't
she
know.
joins.
She doesn't come on the podcast.
God damn it.
I try.
And we're not gaslighting our audience like we don't know her. Caleb, show a physical picture of you two on the screen.
The quinceañera photo right here.
We know
It's
her.
on my Instagram.
We know famous people.
She's literally blood. She's my blood.
I went to middle school and high school with her.
It's true.
I didn't interact with her a lot, but she knew of me. We had a conversation once or twice. We'd be like, "Oh, what's up? What's happening?" And she'd be like, nothing." All right, cool.
It's very true.
Like that on the bus.
I work out with her brother every night.
But what else do you want from us, internet?
I try so hard to get guests. It's just scheduling is not my friend.
I want Kevin James on the podcast.
Kevin James on the podcast. Kevin James, do a silly impression of a emu for us. Now.
Oh man, I'd love to get Kip. That fucking pose kills me every time. Whatever events led to a full-grown man doing, it's crazy.
It is truly crazy.
Also, he was wearing something similar to this too.
Taking middle school photos as I think 30-year-old man when that was taking place. Insane, and became iconic like 20 years later.
Fucking crazy.
It is.
Well, with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on our social medias.
Probably.
And tell Alexis to get on the fucking podcast.
Everybody in the comments, thank MatPat.
Yeah, thank MatPat, yeah.
And then go to MatPat's channel and watch those last videos.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be.
I beg to God, the only food theory video I'll watch.
Coca-Cola
if it has
sponsor.
a Coke sponsorship, I will go to it for the Coke sponsorship and maybe buy a Coke.
True. I haven't bought Coke in a long time, so I probably would too.
My dad bought
Coke. Keep that in
Sponsor us.
mind.
What?
Don't sponsor us. I mean, if you want to sponsor us, you can. But at this point, sponsor MatPat.
Yeah.
Over us. I'd take that.
Yeah.
I'd take the moral high ground and say I'd give my sponsorship to him.
That sponsorship money could go to his child's college account.
He deserves it more than we do, I think. All we've done is dog on Coke. calling
Dr. Pepper better.
Calling Coke Zeroed hot dog water.
I don't think did I say hot dog?
I said that.
You said that. I didn't. However, Dr. Pepper, I will take a full sponsorship.
You know
if
what?
I could get. What did we say on that podcast? That I said on that podcast episode, the vanilla
cream soda Dr.
Pepper is Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right.
It's amazing.
Also, plus they own A&W, so if I could get a cream soda A&W sponsorship from the Dr. Pepper company, that would be amazing.
Or Red Bull.
I don't like soda, but I do like those. So if you sponsored us, I would shill.
Like if you gave us a little fridge, we'll put it up here.
Yeah, we would. Give us stuff.
Or like a...
specifically money. I would like that.
Yeah. It's probably mostly go to Caleb, but...
Yeah.
I don't even know how we would split that.
I don't really know either. We've never even thought about that.
I'd probably, you get like 70. I'll take 30 of it or something. I don't know.
That seems fair.
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.
I like how there's no discussion on that. No, I think you deserve more. No, fuck it. You want to take the low route? I'm going with that.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Look, I give people what they asked for.
I'll take 35.
No, you said 30.
You. Anyway,
love you guys.
my
Maybe.
fucking back's sweating, bro. I'm hot.